The suit in the front is mine, which I worn. I guess the video is not running right now, but typically in the show, to contextualize the dolls, we have the video of me out and about in the area, putting stuff up in the suit.
Okay.
So the dolls are kind of a shrunken down version of that, with the colors and textures just played with a lot to try and change it. Change the character of the suit, which originally is very uniform-esque and supposed to be like an astronaut suit. The original costume is supposed to be a costume of a dead astronaut, which I think is a lot easier to tell when you see the whole original together, which is partly why we had the videos in suit. Because this is pretty far divorced from a dead astronaut. I don't expect people would get that right away from this. Way back in my early time as Posterchild, I did these cutout, like stand-up, like movie stand-up out of plywood astronauts. And at this point I hadn't developed my astronaut with the repeating pattern, but it was just like normal astronauts. In fact, I think I got them just off of an image search, so I searched for astronauts. But the idea of like exploring the urban environment as an astronaut, it's so alienating sometimes, and so separate from it, and it can seem so hostile, and, we don't touch anything, we don't interact, we might as well be wearing a big, heavy suit, you know what I mean? That was the idea that originally started to come from it. Sewing is really interesting because it's so associated with feminine qualities, right? But I don't know if anyone's ever sewed, or if you sewed. But
I do.
You do?
I make ninja dolls.
I'm the winner!
Fuck you!
Dude, the sewing machine sounds like a machine gun, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know how, like, my friends would make fun of me as I was sewing, say things like, oh, are you sewing a penis cozy or something? I don't know, the machine is so machiney. I don't think anything that does that much work so quickly can be sissy. You know what I mean? Like, it's like a sewing engine, not a sewing machine. It's
Sewing Gatling gun.
yeah, it's beastly, and it's, I don't know, it's dangerous, and needles are flying, and yeah. There's this great Batman comic where Joker captures the Batman, and everyone wants to take off his mask, all the other prisoners. And the Joker says, no, I don't need to see Batman, I know this is Batman. Like, this is his real face, you know what I mean? So it's not so much important, like everything I do, a lot of what I do is illegal, but, so that is important there, but to me, what's more important is keeping that project going, if that makes sense, keeping that identity alive.
The magic alive.
The magic alive, totally.
You were mentioning something about like corporate street art before.
Yes.
What do you think about Beau Real's escapades with Vespa?
I like Beau Real's work, and I talked to him about it actually. He was saying, I'm trying to, I don't want to misquote him or put through his words, but in brief, he said, I'm trying to take my game to the next level. I need money to do that. This is making me money. And again, I feel like that's kind of a trump card. However, I would never want to do that myself. I don't know. What I want to see happen with street art, what I would love to see happen is to take more of a route like skateboarding, where companies want in, they want that cool factor or whatever, but they're not asking you to change what you do. Like, what Beau Real did for Vespa is essentially a commission, right? They told him what they wanted, he put it together, he changed what he was doing to fit their requirements. I'd rather see something like sponsorship, where it's like, look, we don't want you to change what you're doing, we love it, keep it up, we're gonna give you a Vespa to ride around on, and as you're slapping up posters, be like, yeah man, Vespa is pretty good.
What's next? How do you top astronauts hanging from the ceiling? Dead astronauts hanging from the ceiling.
Well, I have a bunch of projects with electronics planned. So hopefully those will get off the ground. The biggest problem is my understanding of electronics. But yeah, I want to go more into that sort of stuff. I keep seeing all this disposable technology, and kind of disgusted by it, but also kind of so excited by it. So I want to do a bunch of work with that, and I also want to be casting garden gnomes. That's going to be coming up soon. I'm going to be making my own sculptures, making a mold, and then casting them into plaster, and then painting them, putting them around.
What are the plans with the dolls? What if they don't all sell? Like, what are you going to do with them? Because you said you don't really have the space.
Yeah, I don't. I don't know. I really don't know. I might have my Christmas shopping. I can only give it to people who know about my secrets.